All right, this one is another Love-Dawg story. I feel like taking it back. I went to Atlanta on a trip, a little road trip, and I seen a whole bunch of but I love a dog dudes along the way, and I just had to share this one with you, cause you ain't gonna meet nothing crazier than this. I Alright, so this one here is our Love-Dawg story. Or should I say, but our Love-Dawg story. We can't forget the but. Now, this one here is about a Jamaican dude that I knew, right? This back in the mid 80s, this like 80, 88, 89. So we're gonna ride. We're gonna take a trip back in time. Now, we got a Jamaican dude, he meets this, he had a herb gates, and in the herb gates, you get all types of people come up there, males and females, because everybody smoke weed and everybody trying to get a deal. And, you know what I mean? A lot do what they can to get a deal, let's say. Now, Shorty used to always hang out in the building. Every time he came in and out the building, she was right there. She bent over the stairs because she was sick. Yes, she was on crack cocaine. Okay? Now, Shorty on crack cocaine. She's slim, got a nice body, still looking good. She young, still vibrant. She got those little Mongo-sized breasts, And he walk in the building, he see her, and he asks if she's all right. She says she's sick, and he give her a couple of dollars. He didn't know what sick meant, so he just gave her a couple of dollars. She stood right up and ran straight to the crack spot. You know what I mean? Got her little hit, did what she had to do, and then went back and hung out in the building again because all the customers come in and out the building. The floor, the herb gates was on the second floor. So she hung out on the first floor, and every time after everybody buy their weed, they come down. She asks them for a couple of dollars, tell them she hungry, homeless, whatever she want to tell them, she tell them, and, Now, they go by, they give her a couple of dollars, she go get her crack, and it's a return receipt. Now, so when she go do that, she meets the Dread. The Dread has a Jamaican wife, really sweet. I mean, she's so beautiful black. She was jet black, but she was beautiful with long hair down her back, like the come back to Jamaica type joint. And she was real ripe. You know what I mean? This was his wife. She was bad. He lived over in the Bronx. They had the spot over in Harlem. He did what they had to do. So while they got the spot over in Harlem, dude's sitting over there, and he starts liking a little shorty. He buys a little, they sold these little buckets of wings and rice back then. So he would get the little wings and rice. He feed her, make sure she all right. So she was always nice to him. Then he start letting her up in the spot. She'd go up in the spot. He got her cleaning up to make a couple of dollars. Is how it started out. It was real innocent. Then she started, cooking for him, spending the night, and they get into a twisted relationship. So now she leaves out, go smoke crack, and come back end of the night. So while she's out there begging, doing whatever she got to do, yes, I said begging, just keeping it 100. She out there begging, doing whatever she got to do, selling, oral favors and things like that. So while she's doing that, he's sitting there and, he patiently waits. He's making a bag of money in the spot. She's counting the money. She's cutting up the herb. She's bagging up the herbs. She's weighing up the ounces. She's doing everything. You know what I mean? And she learned the game from him. But then now, it was times when he wanted to get her off the crack because Rastas didn't use cocaine or heroin or any type of hard narcotics. It was just strictly weed or wisdom. So he wanted to get her off the crack. So he started telling her, no, you can't, get no money. And she's like, well, I'm going to go out and do what I got to do. He's like, well, do what you got to do. You know what I mean? Now, she go out, she come back, you know what I mean? He let her in, and, they laying down, and he trying to, make love to her, have sex, whatever you want to call it. And she's like, nah, I'm good. And he's like, what do you mean you're good? She's like, yo, you told me to do what I got to do. I went out there, I sucked about 9 joints, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? And about 10 dudes ran up in me. But, you made me go do it. So, she put the guilt trip on him. So he's like, oh, man. So now every time she wants something, he give it to her. Then a couple of times he tell her no. When he tell her no, she grab him by the dreads and just get to smacking him like he's a rag doll. And she cold disrespecting this man. But that's the way it is in the hood. Welcome to the hood, So... they fighting. She winds up getting the money. She wins the fight, and he don't really want to fight her back, but he fighting her back, and he hitting her hard too. Let's not get that twisted. So they in there. I mean, they tearing the joint up. So I go up there to go sell her some weed one day, and she up there, and she must have been waiting on him to give her some money so she could go out. And he told her he had to wait till after he dealt with me, see what he got, what he spent, what he got left, da-da-da. She didn't want to hear none of that crap. You know what I mean? She wanted hers now. So now she decides to act up in front of me. So she told him, I want my money now. I swept the kitchen. I did this. I did that. And he's like, nah, you ain't got nothing coming. Just wait. Didn't I tell you to wait? Sit your blood clot down in the corner and wait. You don't see big man and chat. I saw him chat to her, right? So now she's going off. And she just goes over there and she grabs him by the dread, wraps it around her hand, and spins him around like 3 times in this little New York City apartment and let him go, and he hit the wall like a ton of bricks. Booyah! I said, oh, man. You know what I mean? So he get up. I said, I know he gonna whoop her now. So he gets up and he goes over there and he's swinging like a broad. They both swinging like broads. And I'm sitting there. I was smoking a spliff and I'm watching. And I'm like, this is crazy. I mean, this is real crazy. You know what I mean? They go in there, they rolling around on the carpet like 2 kittens playing with yarn. That's how they pulling each other's hair. And he's acting like a real female, fighting his female like a female. So after all this is going down, he gets up, he gives her the money, she leaves. And I said, dude, why do you go do that? He looked dead at me. And you already know what he said. But I love her, dog. I said, you love her? I said, what part of love is her smoking crack? What part of love is her grabbing you by the dreads and flinging you around? What part of, love is her disrespecting you and putting her hands on you in front of me and got you swinging like a fairy, you know what I mean, with this female in front of me? I said, right now, if you wasn't my brother's friend, I would just take everything in your apartment, put you out and take your apartment. You need to tighten up. You really need to tighten up because, there's wolves out here. And I'm really tempted to take this spot from you because you don't deserve it. You're not acting like a bona fide blood clot Rasta, And he's like, oh, man, but, but that's so it go, man, me just love our dog. You just love our dog. I said, oh, man. So now she comes back in and she's high as hell and she's telling me about the escapade she had. And I'm sitting down and now he break out the chalice. We smoking the chalice, got the white rum in the bottom of the baby bottle, with the half a handball cut, cut put over the top of it, with the holes in the top and the other holes in the bottom and the air hole in the other end of the ball. And y'all know what the chalice is. I wanted to give you all a visual of that for those that don't know and a flashback for those that do. So I'm sitting there smoking the chalice. You smoke the chalice, you get that little baby food bottle filled up with all that good marijuana smoke. You sit there, I blew it out, and I'm looking, and I'm listening to them argue. And the more they argue, I'm forgetting that he's my brother's man and thinking he's my brother's female friend because he's acting like a female, So she tells him she needs a car, She wanted to use his car. He said, no, because I could take my car if I go buy some cracker. I'll take my car for that. So I said, she tell him, well, you get me a car. So he puts some money together, he buys her a car. If y'all know anything about the Jamaicans, from back then, the Jamaicans, all they drove was Acuras. All they bought, they baby money. So they get a female pregnant, she gets an Acura. here goes an Acura. As soon as she's pregnant. Now she starts acting up, she carrying on, and usually the girls that they meet be the girls off the street because they on the street, and the regular girls don't really want to talk to Jamaicans because they don't know nothing about us, and we got the accent, we got the reputation, we got the bad name, we got everything, but we still do what we got to do. He buys our Acura. Now, he buys her Acura, and she starts leasing the car out, or should I say renting the car out, you know, for $5. Just for her to get a hit. She get the hit, you know, the $5, go in the crack house, she's smoking, and whoever she gave the car to driving around, and when she done, she waiting on him out front, and she pissed off, and 2-3 hours later, he come back by, and she pissed off, and he give her another $5, she run back in the house, he go back out with the car, and he get the car the whole day for like maybe $15, $20 tops. Because every couple of hours he passed by, he give her $5, and she forget what she was arguing about, and she run in there and go get the crack. So now, I'm uptown, right? I'm on 155th at the Blimpies. Y'all remember the Blimpies. Big round of applause to the Blimpies. Big round of applause to the Blimpies. Okay? All right, calm down, y'all. Calm down. Relax, relax. So we up there at the Blimpies, you know. Blimpies is right up the street from the rooftop. Y'all know the rooftop from Paid in Full. So we all up at Blimpies. They got a little payphone out there, and, you know, he calls the payphone, and he asks for me. Now, why is he asking for me? I get on the phone thinking, why is he asking for me? And he's asking me, yo, you know, send me beef? No. We check, say, y'all Rasta, you know, eat beef. You know, this is what I tell him. So you're like, nah, Miguel leave and she take the car and she talk about she'll come back and she'll go do something and she knows something need for use the car and blah, 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 and she don't come back yet. And he got all these complaints, you know. I said, all right, I'll be down in a minute. So I finish doing what I'm doing. I go down to the herb gates and I sit him down and I'm going to have an intervention with him. I say, what is the problem, my brother? And he looks at me and he says, I don't know what she's doing out there. She can't have that much money for gas. And, you know, gas is cheap, but still, like, you can't have so much money for gas. I said, dude, listen, man, I'm uptown on 155th Street. I done seen 3 different dudes drive by with that car, and each time they picking up 2 and 3 other dudes, and they driving around in the car that you gave her. Now, what are you going to do when she come in here about her giving the car to other dudes to drive that you brought? He said, man, what could I do? I said, what do you mean, what could you do? So he looked at me again and he said, but I love a dog. I said, you what? He said, you hear me, I love her. You love her? What part of love is that? I fall back. I said, dude, what is she doing to you that you love so much? Because first of all, she's not the most attractive thing, you know? She's getting high. She's fighting you. She's disrespecting you. Now she's disrespecting you more, giving other dudes the car to drive that you gave her, and you have the nerves to look at me and tell me what? But me love her, dog. You love her? Oh, my God. So I can't even believe this. So now I sit him down. I said, look, I see what the problem is. You owe Rasta. It's the first piece of Yankee coochie you get. You know, so now forget you some Yankee coochie. So I go get him this other girl, real nice girl from 135th. I bring her by there. She like to smoke weed. I said, my man got some weed, but I'm letting you know now, when you go up there, ain't no whole bunch of talking. You smoke his weed, you give him some. End of story. You know what I mean? And of course, you know, I'm Unique, you know, Mecca Audio, so they do what I say. So they roll up in there, and when they roll up in there, I'll call you right back, family. All right? So when they roll up in there, they smoke the weed, you know, they give him the coochie, he loving it, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, he tricking on her too, you know? And she gets pregnant, he buys her an Acura. Now, the other girl got an Acura. The second girl got an Acura. And he's selling all this weed. And I'm like, dude, why is you buying these girls these cars? You know what I mean? I said, whatever happened to just getting them a stroller? You know what I mean? Like everybody else. Him said, no, I can't have my thing. I wait in a court with my picnic on the bus stop and them things there. And, you know, if I forgot doctor's appointment. I said, so what happened to a gypsy cab? Why would you trust her with a car? And you already know what he said. But me love her, dog. Boy, I make sure she all right. Boy, I make sure she all right. Well, part of our right is you are trick part of. So, you know, we got a Jamaican saying. So I tell him, say, you know, I something tell him. I tell him, say, yo, you know what? You are boops. You know? A boops. A boop. Oh, man. A boops mean trick. A boops mean trick. You know? So, you know, me no boops. Me no boops. I gonna disrespect the big man, so. I said, how y'all gonna buy a girl car that she'll give next month for drive around and, you know, think, say, you are boops. So he might look at me like, say, me crazy and me shouldn't have said the things me I said, but me have to tell him, say, yo, stop it, man. And him look at me and him say again, but I love a dog. Alright.
Cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. An Instagram page and a YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, make an audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the dapper Dan. You eat that again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a roaring uptown. Baby horn uptown, Dominican bust down. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community yours. So we can give back to the youth them, cause they the truth them, and bless up to all the rudiments.